Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2. Let's continue. We're going this way. We can just jump through the window, and that stops me from having to do this all the time. More than doing that to actually found another saber crystal. I'm trying to see if I can break this. I guess maybe I can't. This is a non-destructible piece of architecture when we've seen so much destructible. This is actually a really nice looking area. It's a shame that some of the movies that came out after this are still going to desert/salt planets when you could have set the scene in an area like this. Alright, so people are shooting me all over the place. I've got to get these people killed first. Let's see. Tap A to break that one, and it broke the other one too. So, one of the things I just checked, and I think it's ridiculous that there isn't some kind of bundle for these Star Wars games for streaming video. Now that Star Wars is owned by Disney, that kind of makes sense. Like, I doubt, but there are Disney games too, and so Steam hasn't really been successful as far as being a video platform. That is certainly true, but it would be cool if they had something Star Wars, whether it's the Clone Wars cartoon, whether it's the old movies, frankly anything at all. Something you could bundle, something you could package, something you could charge a little bit extra for, something to try to get people who might just want to watch the movies to instead This dash is too far ahead. It puts you in a position where you're about to die every time you use it. Here, they've introduced these new people that are gonna require me to dash. They're gonna try and trick me by putting a bunch of hidden things in places where I've already potentially looked. I'm fairly certain. Wine, women, and blood. Instead of doing the QuickTime event, how about I just kill it since I'm playing on easy? That seems like a better plan. Doing a lot of running. And I felt like the first game should have done something along the route of trying to have different styles of gameplay. Almost every other Star Wars game does have some kind of vehicle mission, something to keep it a little bit more varied, instead of just always running, always fighting, always swinging your lightsaber. This is kind of the exception. to be fair, a lot of the Lego Star Wars games and the Lego and the Clone Wars Star Wars game kind of like, as a rule, let's see. I think we may need to turn off tutorials pretty soon. Let's see. Like, there certainly was opportunity. Did I just mind force that guy? I think I may have. Yeah, it's easier just to kill these guys. Let's come in here and see if there's any collectible hidden back behind things. Nope. A lot of doors that feel like they should be something more than they are. They're just monster closets, I suppose. The standard explanation for where the enemies are coming, instead of having them appear out of nowhere. Yeah, maybe on extreme mode, one of these missiles kills you in one hit. There might arguably be too easy of an easy mode. Let's come over here and kill this guy with our lightsaber. I wouldn't be upset if there were some droids we were fighting every now and then. I keep it a nice mix. And throwing my lightsabers really didn't help in that situation. Did he just die or did he disappear? Is he doing a mind trick on me? Yep. So in between this level and the previous level, it would have made a lot of sense to have me have to fly through a barricaded area. Must not have killed somebody. It seems like the game is very consistent here about forcing you to fight everyone in an area before you move forward. And now that I killed him, the game takes control of the camera and tells me that I can use the elevator with no real indicator like a light or something. You could use a hologram floating right in the middle of this. I like how the camera makes you go translucent when you need to see things. I think that should be done more in games. However, this is a poor camera angle we ended up in.
Now let's see you run.
Yeah, flying around in your well, these could have been broken before, and now they can't be broken. There's definitely some inconsistency here in what is destructible and what isn't. And we'll just be in a new area where we'll have to ask those questions again. And we're in another dash sequence, which, okay. Collect that collectible. This is not bad looking. It's just too close to the previous dash sequence. And you know this is an in-engine cutscene, at least in part, because it's the same color lightsabers as what I have chosen. That's nice, but there's also a lot of ways modern games can kind of cheat that and only change the things that need to be changed while pre-rendering everything else. And this is kind of a casino planet, I guess. Let's see. Can I get up here? Apparently not. Not from where I am. Everything I destroy gives me points, so it makes a lot of sense to use this and break everything. I kind of want to break those lanterns and they're not letting me. That's a shame. It's strange, we see all these posters of aliens that seem like they ran this planet, and then there's a very humanoid looking person who's in charge. I would argue it is possible that the Empire is a little anti-alien, just in the fact we have something we can upgrade. So we'll go ahead and take a lightning upgrade real quick. Like, the Empire seems a little humanoid centric. Most of the aliens you see are humanoid, with the exception of like Jabba the Hutt. 2 legs, 2 eyes, 2 arms type things. I guess we're going back down. And he was probably the last person I needed to kill. And then we'll see what happens. I guess I am supposed to go that direction. And this is just a roulette style hologram or something. Maybe just a hologram. And I can't do anything there. That being said, when the Clone Wars, I've got improved lightning powers now. When the Clone Wars introduced the character Ahsoka and several other aliens, it felt a little weird from the movies. Like, I think there's definitely a Jar Jar Binks effect now whenever I see an alien introduced. Can I not? Like, there's just an invisible wall. I cannot go this way. I can't break these. So yeah, Jar Jar Binks in a real way has this negative stereotype where, like, when you think about episode 7 and episode 8 and Rogue One, there's not any major aliens characters at all, and you would think at least one person would be involved. An Ahsoka-like character should be involved, although I don't think they can freely write the Rebels cartoon if it actually is Ahsoka. But there's people from the past. There's plenty of room that there could be a hidden Jedi that is still alive besides... Well, I guess episode 8 is the last Jedi, so at that point it can't be a Jedi. Here's Jabba the Hutt in hologram form. This feels almost like Like they were gonna actually animate Jabba the Hutt, but they decided they didn't have time for it. And so then they only did the outline. But in all honesty, if you've gone that far to animate Jabba the Hutt, you've animated Jabba the Hutt. And frankly, I think he was already animated in the previous game. And there's room here to use some of the previous assets from the previous game. And I'm sure they are using some of it, but a lot of it looks new. Let's get up here. Get up here. I have no idea what that is, but it probably was important. These are like some kind of pinball machines or arcade machines? Not sure. Gotta... You know, this is the way to do a walking simulator. Yeah, if you're gonna just fill your levels and world with intriguing stuff and let me break it and knock it off the wall and give me points to upgrade it, upgrade my character so I have better abilities to break things and knock them off the wall. That's nicer than just having an empty world. Apparently, I'm not supposed to go down here? I think I may have missed some things. Like no way back up. Oops. Yeah, these are like slot machines. But you can also see that there are segments here that are just not well. Like, we'll just defeat this guy while this guy over here is trying to kill me. Yeah, I'm not sure you actually access all the sections in this game, or if there's like, we're gonna find a lot of walled off elements. Let's see, where were we? We're over here trying to find something we can throw at you. Well, I could just have done that, I guess. And where are we now? A little, at this point, a little too much destructible stuff to run through a casino and just wreak havoc on everything. I don't even know where I'm supposed to be going. More experience points. Camera's a little bit quirky. There we go. Yeah, I did have to do some of this I do have to kind of babysit the camera to make sure it works. I don't think I can break that screen. And I guess if I see nothing in it down the path, I should probably not spend any extra time looking. Well, then I would certainly have missed that. So I assume what I'm doing is I'm breaking elevators that the gamblers would have been using. However, I'm a little uncertain whether these elevators end up putting me somewhere new or somewhere old. I think I might need to also just keep an eye out and see how many points I'm really earning by breaking destructible environmental things. Like, because if it's giving me a nominal amount, once we've unlocked everything, I suppose that'll be the point to stop wasting time doing this. But right now, since I can break all this stuff, feels like there should be an achievement, if not a challenge, built around this too. Also kind of feels like they missed an opportunity to have me rob a casino instead of just run around and destroy a casino. So I may have missed a collectible. And look, the warbot just decided to freeze all these people. So should I kill these people or try and keep them alive? It'd be kind of hard to keep them alive. Although, to be fair, I don't think they deserve to die just for gambling, even on a less than reputable planet. Which, however, you do have. Oops, I missed my combo there. So now we know what happens when you miss a combo. You do have a great opportunity in this instance because you're playing as Starkiller, who, well, you're playing as a clone of Starkiller who doesn't have the full memories of Starkiller. Like, he doesn't have to be a full light side Jedi right now, so you can have him play and do destructive things and kill people and not really care about it. It wouldn't be terrible if there was a light side, dark side options throughout the game instead of just at the very end of the game. Some branching paths might be interesting. Heck, even just playing as Darth Vader and playing the game a second time, chasing after Starkiller would be interesting. But I don't know then how you would do that. Oh look, he froze the door. Yeah, I don't know why the troopers that you would need would fight Darth Vader. You could play as maybe Juno, and then Juno could have a blaster and not any of the force powers. That'd be slightly different, or you could play as like one of the species of Chewbacca's species, and then in that way you could fight with a crossbolt gun. A lot of fog here, intentionally. Pretty repetitive attack, however. And then I can just break the wall, move on. A lot of small things to break. The question is there a place I can get up to the taller section and make sure I'm collecting everything? With all this fog everywhere, I'm gonna have to run and be more careful. I can see this getting annoying. Hearing the music playing, which is fine, and the blasting effect over and over again. Or the dash effect. They're really not paying off in spades. So I think I collected everything. And we've got another job of the Hutt hologram. I don't think there will ever actually be a time when they want you to jump out a window. And here's Guybrush Threepwood from the Secret of Monkey Island series. A Easter egg. And I imagine you could have totally not even recognized him. But he's pointing there. Found a new costume. Nice little secret. Of course, we're still in the middle of, I think, rescuing Rom Kotor. And this is taking quite a long time. Another run sequence, really? And what am I supposed to do now? I guess nothing. I guess I'm supposed to lightning these guys. So to protect the tram. See, this is the kind of gameplay that I think it needed. Yeah, it was something where it's just a different thing. Now, I would like something more intellectual. A puzzle, lock picking, loot chests, maybe. Maybe if you had to do some kind of deflect these shots just as they strike. How about I try and yeah, I could think of there being some kind of mental puzzle to unlock holocrons, to get more experience, and if you give up, you wow, the tram's about to die. Like, I'm about to lose. And I just fell to my death. Interesting. Well, let's take a moment to look at what costume we unlocked. Guybrush Threepkiller. It's pretty funny, but his 3D face, which was probably used in the remaster version of The Secret of Monkey Island, which must have come out either before the... Yeah, I guess it had to have come out before this game, which is weird because I would have thought it came out after. It doesn't look too great, however, so I seriously doubt we'd ever use that. Lightsaber wise, let's see. We have Fury, increase your Fury meter, gain extra health when defeating enemies. I don't think we really need either one of those. What we ideally, I think, are going to want to do is gain extra force points by destroying the environment over and over again, or get extra force points, not force energy, by killing enemies. If we get a saber crystal that aligns like that, it may very well be the case that regardless of which collectible you get, the collectibles unlock in a specific order. That would be alright with me. Now I have to come back here, however, to come back to the menu, the other menu, and see, like 90,000 for that, 142,000 for that, those three. There's a ton of points, a really, really large amount of points, and getting upgrades, none of these upgrades are going to give you more points. So I have to kind of heavily suspect what's going to happen is we will get through this semi-boss fight and move on to the next level. And when we get through the semi-boss fight, we might get a lot of force points. I wouldn't be surprised if it's somewhere around 50,000 force points just for doing the boss fight. If this was a longer game, or the length that this game probably should be, I'd imagine this fight we're doing right now should be a sub-boss fight, but I think it probably is the boss fight. It's been another 30 minutes, which is kind of crazy because I'm pretty sure now it's been at least an hour on this one level. But then we only saw about 8 levels, so 8-hour game. I guess that kind of makes sense. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.